So how do you avoid bad partners? How do you avoid bad relationships? How do you pick the right partners? How does it work? How do you stop attracting the wrong types of people again and again and again? So I'm going to talk about this as a therapist of 15 years, an online therapist, thousands of hours of working with people. I want to tell you two different areas that I want to focus on with you. Both are practical, both are doable, and are going to make a big difference. So first of all, here's something that you need to do immediately, right away. Take your last 3 relationships, okay, and go through each of them and realize there's no such thing as all good and there's no such thing as all bad. Try to get 2 to 3 bullet points on each of the past partners that you've had. What were things that were comfortable, I enjoyed, I liked, I discovered from that relationship that I need in my future relationships because you experienced it. It's not a blog post. It wasn't a YouTube video. It was something you experienced in a relationship. You could point your finger at it. You could label it. You could discuss it. You could describe it. You know what it is. It's a thing. You could point at it. I learned from that relationship that I enjoy this. I need this. I like this. I want more of it in the future. Also, those same relationships, you're not with that person anymore. So obviously there was something off or not working. That relationship also taught you some things that you don't like, don't want, don't need. It doesn't work for you. Again, this is powerful information that most people skip and avoid. It's like the relationship's over, I'm running, I'm out of here. I don't even want to think about it anymore. I want to run a million miles away. And it's a huge mistake. You know what winds up happening? You start talking about past partners with your current partner. You start thinking about the person and people that you dated in the past rather than what it is that you learned from them. Or did you ever find that you can't stop thinking about past experiences, thinking about a past partner? The reason is because there's something very valuable for there to learn, and you haven't learned it yet. Part of you is trying to make sure you're safe, and that's why it keeps bringing up that person again and again. And yes, in your future relationships, you should be discussing not past partners. There's no need to talk about past partners. What there is here's some things I experienced that really worked for me in my past relationships. Period. You don't need the names. Here's some things that I didn't react well to. And of course, you have to do your own work. Why was I triggered by those kinds of things? But you should be getting into relationships with people, friends, colleagues, where you have a choice. Should I hang out with this person more or less? Should I date this person more or less? What are you bringing to the table? You have to do that work yourself and realize that it's not all good and it's not all bad. Your relationships are in the past that can't hurt you. In fact, your past is such a powerful, valuable archive. It's loaded with incredible information, and we don't take the time to go back and explore it. You should have anywhere from 1 to 3 bullet points about in the positive, what I enjoyed and I liked and I want more of, and what I did not like and didn't work for me. You should have that about each of those last 3 partners. You want to go further back, go further back. But it means that as you're swiping right and left, as you're meeting new people, as you're out dating, as you're considering new people, how do you determine if that person is good for you or not? Otherwise, you're going to go, oh, there's chemistry. Look at my video about chemistry, because chemistry is not true. Chemistry is this person's going to trigger the heck out of me, and I'm going to get to that in a second. It's not a good match. You've got to bring something to the table. You have to have some points that you're working with. Now, of course, not everyone's going to be perfect. Not everyone's going to have all the things that you must have. And not everyone's going to be free of all the things that you don't want, but you at least have to have some consciousness about that list. Now, that list has on it what's called negotiables and non-negotiables, or red flags. Some of those points are just deal breakers. Call it red flags, non-negotiables, deal breakers, pick whatever you want. If a person doesn't have this and this and this, I can't. It's not going to work for me. If a person does have this thing or that thing, it's not going to work for me. Then there's other things that, like, I would prefer my possible partner not to have that. I would prefer that they had that. But if they don't, okay, you have to realize also, just educationally, a successful relationship is not one in which there's no issues, there's no stuff. There's always stuff. That's the stuff that builds the relationship. That's the stuff that triggers you, triggers them. It's the stuff you discuss. It's the stuff you use to process your own feelings. It's the stuff that puts you in touch with childhood stuff that's coming back up against you could grow and validate yourself and get validation from your partner. There's always going to be stuff. But from your list of those 3 partners, you can take a look at it and try to start to say, well, which of these are negotiable and which are non-negotiable? Your list doesn't have to be perfect. It's a work in progress. You may over time come to realize that, of my 5 points that I discovered I really need to have, points 1 and 2 are like essential top priority. 3, 4, and 5 are not as much. And you can prioritize them. And as you're going through things, you can start to think about it, and it should be a live ongoing kind of a list. But you are obligated to bring that awareness into your dating, into your filtering out of potential partners, potential friends. That's up to you. So that's something that you can start right now, do it right now, get involved in it. It's an ongoing process, and you'll see already. It's like as you're meeting a new person, like, is this a good potential? Well, how do you base it? Well, it kind of feels good. That's dangerous. That's triggering. That's what we're about to talk about now. But you should say, well, there's a couple points I'm really clear on that I do really well with when I get in a relationship, and I can sense it in this person. I sense the emotional maturity, or I sense them taking responsibility, or that they've done some work on themselves emotionally, or that they're a decent communicator, or that when I'm with them, I feel heard and understood. Really important, clear things, Or with this person, I'm allowed to speak. They're not dominating the conversation. See, go through your partner, get that list, watch it, significantly upgrade your experience. Now, that's practical. On a deeper, more emotional level, we have an attraction system. And if you're wondering why, a lot of people wonder this question: how do I keep getting the same person? Why do I keep dating the same person? Why do I keep getting the same issue? I just saw it expressed a certain way. Just stop picking the same kind of partners, picking the wrong partner, however you express it. Stop for a second and realize something. We're frustrated by the fact we keep getting people that seem to not be the right partner. How come you keep getting the same person over and over and over again? Something is working if you think about it. I know it's not comfortable to think about this, but it is working. Your attraction system is working. It's just tuned to the wrong, what you're calling wrong types of people. And the reason is because you have this attraction system that's focused on these types of people. It's because those people you keep getting, and you keep getting them again and again consistently, is because they bring out certain familiar feelings. They put you in touch with certain parts of yourself that need your attention, need your time, need your focus. This is where you grab yourself a feelings chart off Google Images, search feelings chart, and you start to notice, around that person we had that argument, but what was I feeling? You attract and are attracted to people that will bring out similar feelings. That once you name those feelings and explore them, you're going to realize, I felt that before. This is a part of my childhood. This is something very familiar to me. So in essence, your attraction system is perfectly tuned to bring people into your life that will bring up certain familiar feelings. Because remember, nobody makes you feel anything. They just bring out certain feelings. The person in front of you is just the most current person putting you in touch with feelings. If you're honest with yourself, it's not just about them. You're angry that they came late, but you're also were abandoned as a kid by mom or dad, and that's pissing you off. But that's on you to deal with. Your attraction system is perfect. What we need to do is we need to shift the direction. Waze, the GPS, always goes to the right place. If it's not taking you where you want to go, you're the one who put the wrong address in. That's on you. We need to change that. We need to start doing this kind of work and connecting and getting in touch with it. And so as you are going back through your last three partners, you will have some memories come up of those times. Oh, I remember a time when they did this and I enjoyed it. How did you feel when that happened? Use a feelings chart, because we don't have vocabulary. We don't know what we feel. We don't have the right words. We don't have any words. We have happy, sad, angry, and that's about it. As you're aware of some of the things that went on in those past relationships that were bothersome and difficult to you, what was I feeling? What's going on? The more you connect with those feelings, the less and less likely you are to attract partners. You got to make a choice. Don't come to me and say, I keep getting the same bad partners, I don't want it anymore. And at the same time, my attraction system is perfectly focused on getting those people. You have to make a choice. If you want to get better partners, more decent partners, I can help you, but I can help you help yourself. You have a choice. Either you will continue to attract and be attracted to people that will come into your life, friends, colleagues, bosses, family members, potential partners. When I say relationships, I mean all of them. You will keep attracting and being attracted to people that will bring out that same collection of feelings. The same feelings you felt this time, that time, the other time with dad, with mom, when I was a kid, when I was in school with my friends, the same thing. A part of you that's desperate for attention, desperate to be tuned into, connected to, explored, researched, gotten to know, so you can heal and overcome it. Either you're going to keep getting people coming into your life that will try to put you in touch with those feelings. It's like Amazon, delivering the trying to knock on the door, deliver the package, and we don't let them in again and again. Either we're going to keep getting people like that. Even that's for our benefit. It's trying to put us in touch with feelings. But either that will keep happening, or we do the work and saying, okay, enough. In my relationships, as I'm exploring them, I remember this time and that time and this time and that time. Each of the negative points that you have about what you went through in the past and you know you don't want in the future, each of those comes with a memory of a time with this one, that one, and the other one. And each of those has a bunch of feelings. Name them, tune into them, get to know them. because then I don't need people coming into my life, the wrong types, the bad types of people, the ones I feel chemistry with. That's what the chemistry is. This person's going to trigger the heck out of me. When you get someone that's kind of calm, it's kind of stable, almost even boring. Keep going. It's going to get great and it's going to get better. It's not going to trigger the heck out of you. So either I can connect with that myself and get to know it, and then I don't need those people anymore. Or I'm going to keep getting these kinds of people again and again and again. The attraction system is perfect. We just need to change